Have you seen the new head of BBC News? She looks like she's knocked about a little bit. And not in that way, before you write rude comments down there. She's worked all over the shop and now she's copped herself a cracking salary on the gravy train that is the BBC. Let's take a look at this story, shall we? Fury erupts over outrageous 400k salary for new BBC head of news. The appointment of 54-year-old ITN chief executive Ms Turness was confirmed on Thursday. She replaces Fran Unsworth, also 54. Why do the papers always do that? I never understand. I don't care how old they are. I don't care. Who is retiring after 4 years in a role and leaves the BBC at the end of January and will be paid 60 grand more than her predecessor. Well, that's cheeky, isn't it? Cheeky little salary increase for the new person there. You can't help thinking if they'd offered 60 grand more to Fran Unsworth, she might not have left the BBC, maybe. The level of BBC salaries is a highly sensitive issue, with top earner, Match of the Day host Gary Lineker, picking up 1.3 million a year. Yeah, he is the poster child for the ridiculous salaries some of the people in the BBC get. And his 1.3 million quid is equivalent to 8,176 of your television licenses. 8,176 possibly struggling single-parent families. Possible OAPs who now have to pay it and have to choose between finding the 13 quid a month for that or putting their heating on. 8,176 of those. Let that sink in a bit. But 400 grand for head of BBC News in TV licenses, that is 2,115. 2,115 households need to pay a TV licence to put that woman as the head of news. And that's just her annual salary. That's every year. And don't forget, she's got a gravy train pension coming as well. How many TV licenses is that going to be? It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy money. Wasteful. But I did say at the beginning, she'd knocked about a bit and not in the way that you dirty-minded people out there are thinking. She's actually quite experienced in news. Have a look at this. Ms Turness joined NBC News in 2013, becoming the first female president of an American news division. Good for her. She subsequently served as president of the network's global arm. Prior to that, she was editor of ITV News for 9 years, the first woman to hold that role. She also played a key role in relaunching 5 News, which broke with tradition by encouraging presenters to perch on their desks rather than sit behind them. Do you remember that? Do you remember when that was big news, when they were sitting on the edge of the desk to read the news or standing? Wow, that was breakthrough news reading, that was. I remember that. It was a big thing, wasn't it? Do you remember? Well, what did Ms Turness have to say about the whole thing? Well, luckily the Express have got us covered on that. Exciting. Speaking after the announcement, Ms Turness said, "In the UK and around the world, there has never been a greater need for the BBC's powerful brand of impartial, trusted journalism." I thought one of the big things the BBC was going to work on in the coming year was their impartiality, because they're not really known for being that impartial at the moment. I don't think it's possible to be impartial if you're a newsreader anyway. You can have your own beliefs, aren't you? But is it known worldwide for its impartiality anymore? I don't know. It's known worldwide as a trusted news provider for some reason, but impartial? I don't know. I'd like to see some numbers on that. It's a great privilege to be asked to lead and grow BBC News at a time of accelerated digital growth and innovation. Also now I'm getting 400 grand and I'm going to have a cracking pension when all of this is over. No, I added that. I've got to stop adding stuff to... I did add that, sorry. Don't quote me on that, that's a lie. BBC Director General Tim Davie said, "I'm delighted Deborah Turness is joining the BBC as our CEO for BBC News and Current Affairs." He added, "She is a passionate advocate for the power of impartial journalism and a great believer in the BBC and the role we play in the UK and globally. Do you know what, BBC? I'm quite against you. I don't know if you'd noticed that or not. But if you paid me 400 grand, I would also become a great believer in the BBC." No, and it would take more than 400 grand to turn me into a great believer of the BBC. But she obviously wasn't that great a believer of the BBC because she's worked all over the shop, never for BBC, until now, when they would have taken her. I'm sure they would have taken her earlier, but I think 60 grand up on the salary of her predecessor was probably enough to persuade her that she's now a great believer in the BBC and the role they play in the UK and globally. 400 grand to do that to you, wouldn't it? What do you think about this? Do you think 400 grand is a fair salary for that job? It may very well be, you know, a fair salary for that job. As I've said before, Tim Davie, the boss of the BBC, earns less than the people who do the same job at other networks and channels. Even though he has more stuff to look after, he does earn less money. But the problem is, it's not like they've earned it commercially, is it? It's your money that you've paid with your TV licence fees. And you want the best value you can get for that. Is she the best value they could get? That's the question, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.